Alright, so this is a 2AR redo. The 2NR was the Canada counterplan and the immigration dissent. First on counterplan, they function can see perm do both the conceit argument, the true argument. We access the counterplan, and as we can use both the United States and Canada become involved with Mexico, we access all offense on this flow. Empirics prove that permutation solves NAFTA was a trade alliance between the United States, Canada, and Mexico. The counterplan isn't severage. We don't sever out of our arc. The only perm do both was extend to 1 year, not perm do the counterplan. One is justified by counterplans introducing counterplan changes with what the F is already being compared to, because of this is necessary for us to sever out part of the plan and is also the best policy option. This was conceded in the 2NR. This severs is justified in search of the best policy, and if the plan minus an element is the best policy, you should vote for it. And its most real world in policy making is possible for the plan to go through several changes as people improve it. Real world education is good, and reciprocity, the negative gets to change the status quo. We get to change our plan. Our target should be the status quo. We're the only adjusting the adjusting to the world of adjusting. And the permutation is justified by international fiat. They fiat any international actor making only viable option is the permutation. This ties back to the 1 year or 2, the negative could run an infinite number of agent counterplans, and the debate no longer is predicated on whether the plan is good or bad, but who will implement the plan. And extend 1 year or 8 perms check abuse if the counterplan is truly uncompetitive with the AF plan. The permutation can check any loss of education that was caused, and even if we don't win the perm debate, only the AF can remedy our agriculture and relations advantage. The counterplan fails to have direct involvement between the United States and Mexico. Only through direct relationship between the United States and Mexico can we solve for U.S.-Mexico relations. Also, geographically, a counterplan makes no sense. It isn't feasible to fly workers over the United States to Canada. The CUP evidence indicates that food security in the United States would spill over to other countries through cooperation such as the Red Cross, which are based in the United States. And the AF outweighs and solves for dissent. First is agriculture, which solves for the root cause of nuclear terrorism, hunger and starvation, decreased rationality. The AF remedies this, creating global stability, increasing world stability. Only the AF prevents starvation, creates world peace, eliminating the chance of resource wars, and feeding the world would create global stability. And the only argument on this flow is that workers from China are better, but geographically it would be easier to bring more workers from Mexico. The current citizens from Mexico trying to enter the United States illegally. The plan remedies the inflow of workers by catalyzing this process, letting us solve for agriculture in years, while as workers from China would take decades and would go to relations. Improved relations mean that both the United States and Mexico will cooperate over solving for smuggling of nuclear weapons across the border. This is the most effective way to solve for the movement of nuclear weapons. Improved relations is key for migration of skilled workers from STEM fields to create competitiveness, global economy, and global competitiveness attracts foreign talent, further catalyzing this process. That's as a result, economic competitiveness, cutting defense spending and foreign engagement, as well as the collapse of the world's finance agriculture. Also, their dissent is predicated on immigrants entering the United States, and as an instance that would solve for the conflicts on the border. The affirmative would solve this because we give more visas, or we could create linkages between Mexico and the United States. Mexico would become a stable source of labor, and as a result, the United States would defend this source by boosting border security. This ties back to our relations advantage, where both Obama and the President of Mexico would work together, meaning the AF solves for the impacts better than the negative. And go to politics dissent. Concede that the dissent is exactly the same as the plan. We remedy and fix the immigration system. The plan is popular, then both are no risk of the immigration bill in the House will pass. If we win, there's a risk that a link. That's why the dissent is not unique. If they oppose the plan and they were also not support CIR, and the CIR form includes increases in the number of visas provided by workers and a path to citizenship. They are both economic engagements with Mexico and not based on fighting the drug war. Exactly what their link evidence is talking about, meaning that either there's no link to this or there's zero risk of CRI passing the status quo. Either way, you prefer the world of the plan. And the Jordan evidence indicates that terrorists have access to nuclear weapons now, which means that they could engage in terrorist attacks on another country or the U.S. Embassy on foreign soil. There are multiple conceded arguments that are damning on this flow. They can see that a rational policymaker can do both. Also, fiat will solve the link. For this one instance, the plan is the same as the dissent. This links back to our impact outweighs the link argument that if the dissent is key relations, the politicians won't repeal it just because the AF, which is an instance of the dissent. Even if you don't buy that, they have conceded that fiat solves the links, which means that the plan is passed instantaneously through Congress and would not cost below capital. And their target army that was mishandling the block and dropped into an hour was the climate thumper. Obama is extremely passionate about his climate supports and policies are promoting conservation and clean air. The second warrant in this card is damning because it indicates that the president's climate plan is arriving in a turbulent time where Senate Democrats will have to defend 21 seats in the next midterm elections, while the Republicans only need to defend 14. The numbers are damning when they try to prevent the GOP from getting 6 extra seats and the majority on the Climate Wire. That's Climate Wire.